So the hotel feasibility study really just looks at the overall feasibility of either a greenfield, a new greenfield site for a hotel, or remodeling an expansion of an existing hotel in the community. So the goal behind that is to look at the demand that may exist in the community for overnight stays. And so the study itself is both primary research in terms of local interviews and things that we do, and it's also secondary research in terms of databases that we use that provide information about existing hotels in the area, average daily rates, occupancy rates, all of that type of information. We have 6 years of historic data, so that if we are working with a community where something has occurred that's unique, or an anomaly basically in 1 year where again maybe a pipeline or transmission line came through, or maybe a large facility was built, obviously that can enhance the average daily rates and maybe overstate them a little bit, and probably the occupancy rates as well. And so we try to be able to look back historically at what the averages are, be able to take out some of those outliers to provide a report that's conservative in nature for potential investors. So the goal behind the report is to limit or at least reduce risk for a potential investor and give them a true picture of what the area might look like and what they might expect with the development of a hotel in that area.
Okay. Now, what does hotel development mean to a small community or any community?
Yeah, actually, hotel development can be huge, particularly for those who don't have a hotel currently, or maybe don't have a very big option at this point. So what we typically find, particularly in the rural areas that we're working, is oftentimes they're not meeting the demand. They're not meeting the needs that they have currently. And so what that means is people are leaving their community to go and stay in other communities. So whether that's business travelers that are coming in, or whether that's people coming in for tourism, whatever the case might be. So as they leave, obviously the community is losing more than just the revenue from the overnight stays, but they're losing revenue that could have potentially been spent at their merchants. It's now being spent in other communities, as well as restaurant income, fuel income, those types of things. And so it can be a major impact when people are going to a different community to spend the night.
So tell us a little bit about the financial projections that you do in these studies.
Right. So one of the things that makes our reports a little bit different from some of our competitors is we do also include 5 years worth of financial projections. We look at 5 years of financial projections, a 5-year break-even analysis, and then also a cash-on-cash, so that the investors that are looking at that particular hotel have a good view of what that might look like, or a snapshot in time of what that might look like based on the demand. So we take all the information that I mentioned in terms of the local interview process and the database and the information that we use, and we put that into a spreadsheet and build those financials based on that information, based on the demand, based on the average daily rate, occupancy rates, land costs, development costs of the land, extension of utilities. All of those things are included in that information, and then provide a snapshot of what that might look like 5 years out.